occupational therapist.
Nice to meet you, Curry. I'm Petunia Pickles.
Nice to meet you, Petunia. So I see from your files that you were recently diagnosed with MS.
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me about a few of the problems you've been having with that?
Yeah, I mean, the main one is I'm just so dang tired. Getting up out of bed in the morning in itself, brushing my teeth gets real hard. I can't do a lot of the fun stuff that I used to because I get so tired. Also got some tingly fingies, some tingly toesies going on. I get a little dizzy sometimes. Sometimes my vision gets a little blurry, which is why I don't really drive anymore because I get a little nervous. Mainly it's just I'm getting real tired real quick.
Okay, so could you tell me some hobbies you enjoy doing or enjoyed doing before MS?
Sure. I still go to church twice a week with the girls. They pick me up so I don't have to drive. Used to like to swim a lot in my big pool in my backyard, but getting on my suit, getting down the steps into the pool, it's just been so tiring in itself, so haven't been doing that a whole lot. I used to cook a lot. I love my Italian food, home cooked, but with my fingers being so tinglers, I haven't really been able to. Well, so like I said, haven't been able to cook a whole lot. Really would like to do that because I'm just eating these frozen meals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. And are you working right now?
I ain't working. My husband does all the working. He works super hard. He owns a small tire shop. He works all the time, like 60 hours a week. He provides for us. He likes his work. Sometimes I'm in the store helping him out, but no, I don't work right now. I do a little volunteering at a wolf sanctuary in my free time. I used to work down at a local bakery making some baked goods. It's just for fun mainly because my husband, makes all the money. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any children?
Yes, I have 2 boys. They both live in Idaho. Ugh. And then, I'm here. We talk on the phone. We FaceTime. So we keep in contact.
Okay. So could you tell me about a typical day, what your routine looks like?
Sure. I wake up in the morning, sit up out of my bed, and, if I'm not going anywhere that day, not going to church, I usually don't change my clothes a whole lot because that in itself is real tiring. So I get up out of bed, brush my teeth, use the bathroom. Takes me a little while. Like I said, make myself a frozen meal because, the cooking ain't happening so much. Watch a lot of Netflix, sit around, wait for my husband to get home so we can hang out, but that's not usually for a while, so a lot of sitting, hanging out, really just want to cook my meals again.
Okay. So hopefully with occupational therapy, we're going to get you back to doing some of the things you like to do, some cooking and hanging out with your friends from church and maybe even some swimming.
Mm-hmm. Amen.
Could you tell me some of your specific goals you have for occupational therapy?
It's just getting back to where I used to be before I was diagnosed because I'm just getting real tired real quickly, so just building up that, endurance, getting back to my hobbies like I used to, cooking and swimming. Not to be such a burden on my husband anymore. Just doing things myself, being independent, not relying on him to come home early or anything like that to take care of me. I just want to take care of myself. So, just, do things for me.
Are you on any medication right now, Miss Petunia?
Yep, inject myself with some beta interferons.
Okay, so just so you know, those could cause some symptoms that are similar to the flu, and you need to keep an eye on your injection site because there could be some reactions there. And you also need to have a regular test of your liver enzymes because they could cause liver damage.
No, my liver.
We took Petunia's vital signs, including her pulse ox, her respiration rate, her heart rate, and her blood pressure. Her pulse ox was 98, her respiration rate was 16, heart rate 80, and blood pressure 143/92. Because of her hypertension, we continued to monitor her blood pressure throughout the session.
Hi, my name is Sam. I'm going to be working alongside Curry as another occupational therapist you're going to be seeing today. We're going to start out by just testing to see how well you can move your arms and how strong you are. So can you do me a favor and sit up as far as you can? Sit up straight if you, that doesn't tire you out too much. All right, and could you copy me? We assessed her range of motion in an abbreviated version to make sure she wasn't too tired out. We did range of motion and manually tested muscles of her upper extremity. I'm just going to test how strong you can grip this. Can you sit up straight with your arm like this for me? And then squeeze this as hard as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Awesome, thank you. And we do this 3 more times. And now we're just going to test how strong you can pinch. So grab this like this. Got it? All right, and then squeeze as hard as you can. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Awesome, thank you. And then we do this 3 more times on each hand. All right, so this is called the 9-hole peg test. It's going to measure some of your fine motor abilities and coordination. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one hand, not use the other hand, and take each peg and put them in to a hole. And then once you get all the way up to 9, you don't stop and you just take it out.
Got it.
Ready? And I'll be timing you. Set, go. This video is sped up. Petunia performed the 9-hole peg test at a much slower speed and fumbled with a few pegs. This may be a result of her peripheral neuropathy, or tingy fingies. For this next one, we're going to be testing some of the sensation in your hands. So could you lay your hand flat out like this and look over there for me and just close your eyes. Tell me if you feel anything, okay? And where you feel it as well.
You doing anything? Oh, I got one.
Good.
Here we are.
All right, good. All right. Okay, so for this next one, we're going to be using this. It's called a gait belt. It's just in case you lose your balance, so I have a little something else to hold on to. And you let me know if it's feeling too tight for you, okay? I feel okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what I'm going to have you do for this one is I'm going to have you cross your arms and stand up and sit down, and I'm going to be timing you, and we're going to see how fast it takes you to do it 5 times. Sound okay? All right, ready, set, go.
Getting a little tired.
It's okay.
All right, ma'am. I don't think I can do no more.
That's all right. Just sit down. Take a break. Don't want to tire you out just yet.
We asked Petunia to perform the Romberg balance test. We had her put her feet together for 30 seconds with her eyes open and 30 seconds with her eyes closed. We then had her touch her heel to her toes for 30 seconds with her eyes open. She was unable to perform the latter portion of this test due to her impaired balance.
So because you're experiencing a little bit of numbness in your toes, I want to make sure that once we leave, you're still able to check to make sure that there's no cuts, scrapes, or anything bad there. So this is a little extension mirror, and I'm going to give this to you so that when I'm gone, you can still make sure that everything's going on well there. So really easy to use. Yep, just take off your sock.
Do I have to?
Yes. Just extend it out, and you can adjust it however you want, and it even comes with a little light on the back.
Woo, mama. Gotta check on those toesy boys. Dirty. Doing well, though.
Good to hear.
My therapist told me to remove any potential hazards around my home, like throw rugs. Bye. My therapist also taught me how to rearrange the utensils in my kitchen so I can be safe and conserve energy. Yum lasagna!
Okay, so can you put your arm up here with your thumb up, and then keep your arm straight and put your thumb down towards your other side, and you're going to do that 5 times. Perfect. And this is going to keep up your endurance and get you some movement that's functional so you can reach things at the top of the cabinet, okay?
Yeehaw!
Okay, and you're also going to do that for the other side. You feeling okay?
Oh, a little weak, but I can do it.
Okay, just let me know if you need a break, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you remember those PNF exercises we did earlier?
Mm-hmm.
You can use that same motion to grab a hat out of your closet, okay?
Golly!
There you go.
Yeehaw!
Okay, so we're going to do some exercises that you can do while you're laying in bed, okay? So can you take your feet and put them flat on the bed? Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so then take your elbows and dig them into the bed and lift your bottom up. Perfect. Can you do that 10 times?
Ooh, girl.
You can rest if you need to. Good job.
We're going to work on making some lasagna and conserving energy. And then we're going to clean up our dishes when we're done.
Yeehaw!
So we recommend using some adaptive equipment so you can sit down while you shower and you don't have to use so much energy to stand.
Yeehaw!
Take my breath